Hello, this is Cheryl, and welcome to your behavior tip of the week. Today, we're going to be talking about the mindset shift. And I think that you will mostly find this interesting if you're very interested or somewhat interested even in what it really means to be trauma informed. So, just take a look at the picture, right? You can see that the bottom left-hand corner talks about what's wrong with this young person. So sometimes we're walking down the hall, let's say, or maybe even at a restaurant or a mall. Let's use the mall for today. So you're at the mall since it's the season, maybe some of you are shopping, and you hold the door. And everybody is giving you the nod, or maybe some people say thank you, but there's the one person or maybe the two that walk by and you're like, they didn't even acknowledge that I held the door for them. You're like, what's wrong with them? Right? What I want you to think about is when we think what's wrong with them, we're kind of being very negative, right? We're not thinking, well, maybe they're in a hurry or maybe they're really excited to get into Macy's, right? So it's kind of like that in the classroom as well, or in the school setting. In order to be truly trauma informed, we have to start shifting our mind so we can understand what trauma is, we can understand what resilience is, we can understand all the parts and pieces. But to bring it all together, we got to have a mind shift occur. So it's got to change from what's wrong with this person, or what's wrong with this kid, or what's wrong with that lady that she didn't say hi, to what happened to that person, what happened to that lady, right? So one of my other favorite examples, and I'll leave you with this one, is, when people cut me off on the road, I'll just say, I always think to myself, what could be happening right now? Like, they may really need to go to the bathroom or something, right? I don't want to think about it like, what's wrong with them? I want to think about it like, what may be happening? Like, maybe their dog is sick, or maybe they're trying to get to their own child who is waiting for them at school, right? So it seems really easy and very clear on the slide. We're going to move from the black and white, what's wrong, to the more colorful, what may have happened to this person, or what is happening to this person that they're behaving this way. But in practice, it's much more difficult than we think. So in order to understand this, let's just review a few things about being trauma informed. So the first thing is we have to recognize that exposure to trauma is very prevalent in our students in school today. They're thinking 4 to 5 students out of every 20 have been exposed to a pretty significant form of trauma. So that's something we need to think about. This is something that impacted them to the point that they had a difficult time coping. All right. So when something occurs in the school or the classroom, we want to really think about it in ourselves, and maybe even reflect with our small teams of people that we trust. What are some aspects of trauma that could have actually impacted the situation? What are some things that we know about the student, or maybe don't know about the student, but are finding out that could have impacted? We want to make sure that we're always allowing space within our teaching plan, as well as our behavior support plans or behavior intervention plans, or even classroom plans, for students to make choices. Because when we're feeling a little bit intense, or maybe something has happened to us, having a choice can really help de-escalate those situations. We also want to make sure that everybody within the space of being trauma informed and having that mind shift is building relationships with students so that they may feel comfortable, truly comfortable, within the setting of your classroom or your media center or your school in general. All right. So what is truly the mind shift? It's focusing on what has happened to them or what may be happening now, rather than what may be wrong with them. Because I think when we really change that language, we change our mindset and can really truly be in a better space to maybe answer a question or offer a choice. So with that, I say thank you so much for joining us today, and we look forward to you continuing to watch and listen to our behavior tip of the week. Remember, mindset is everything. Thank you.